In our society, media is often incorporated into our lives, and due to that, one's body image can be affected negatively. Over time, our perception on how thin a body should be and what should be considered plus size has changed. Ideals since World War II have gotten increasingly smaller in size within media. One model, Beverly Johnson, even expressed to ABC News in an interview that he feels that there is a growing number of people getting thinner than people have ever been in history. With the changes appearing in media, it seems the number of people. Today's youth has more exposure to media than any of their previous generations due to the internet access they have on multiple devices. A study by Wellness Center shows that in an average day, an 18-year-old is tied up with something of media for about 7.5 hours. The importance of reaching the ideal thin body type is to be considered beautiful is often enforced within this time frame. Many people say teens should be the ones to be self-aware and not pay attention to these things.
Hi, my name is Andrea Gessell, and I'm a registered RN. I think that body image means how you feel about the way you look, how you think others perceive you. Body image is how you see yourself and your attitude towards your body. I think anyone can have body image issues, male or female, and it can happen at any time in your life, from adulthood. It can start when you're a child. And I think that sometimes poor body image can result in people with eating issues, anorexia, bulimia, being overweight. It can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety. There's a multitude of issues that can arise from a poor body image.
All right, state your name.
Right. Acacia Zambran. Body image is the image that you have in your brain of how you look, whether or not that's actually how you look, and how you feel about yourself.
In your own opinion, what affects body image?
I think the comments that people hear about themselves, whether they're positive or negative, can affect their body image. So comments that come from family members or friends or people that they care about or people that they people that they are that they admire. I think also what they see around them, so the bodies of their friends and what they look like, and famous people that they admire and what those people look like.
And can social media affect this?
Social media like Facebook and that sort of
Twitter
thing?
and Instagram and MySpace and Tinder and Grindr,
I'm
all that good
sure
stuff.
all of those things can affect it because people are constantly, young people these days are constantly taking selfies and posting them and making themselves look really beautiful when they do that, even if they don't feel really beautiful, or even if that's not the reality. There's always, what are they called, filters now that you can use to make yourself look different than you
Like
really
the puppy
are.
dog filter.
Puppy dog filter, sure. Kitty filter. But all sorts of ways to change the way that you look on social media. There's also ways to bully people on social media, so it's also an outlet for people to comment on other people's looks, and that could be a source of bullying for some people.
Again, in your own opinion, what does a healthy, obtainable body look like?
Well, I, as a dietitian, and someone who focuses on food systems and how food is created and grown, I actually believe that food should be enjoyed, and that people should be really active and to the best of their ability, and that you can be healthy at any size. So just because someone might be overweight by society's terms does not make them unhealthy. So I think that you can be healthy at any size.
And do you think celebrities promote healthy, obtainable bodies?
Most of them, no. There are a few more nowadays that do. There are some actors and actresses that have not completely emaciated body types. Melissa McCarthy is one of my favorites. She's wonderful. She even has her own clothesline, which is really cool. But I think most celebrities are encouraged to be super thin and super young looking, and when they are not those things anymore, they tend to fade away out of the limelight. So in general, I think that's not obtainable for most people.
And why do you think society does not want actresses and actors who are no longer skinnier or younger?
Because I think that our society is geared toward youth and geared toward beauty, and our concept of what is beautiful changes over time. A long time ago, what was beautiful was voluptuousness. You know, a big butt was pretty, and maybe what you're saying to me now is that that's in again. So hooray for that. But yeah, it's a big question. I think that what society wants to see is shaped by a lot of things. But what we tend to see is people who are very thin and very young looking. So when they're not that anymore, people don't want to look at them, and they probably don't sell as many movies or magazines or whatever it might be.
In your own opinion, once again, what do you think causes people to not accept their own body type?
Well, as someone who was once a teenager, I think going through it myself, hormones have a lot to do with it. You know, when your hormones are changing, it actually affects your brain, and you look at things differently, and you think differently when that's happening to you. And what other people, external influences, what other people say to you, means a lot more than when you get older and your hormone levels even out, and you learn more about who you are versus who other people want you to be, and it becomes a little bit easier to be okay with whoever you are.
Alrighty, thank you, ma'am, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute did a survey that showed that within girls from ages 9 to 10, 40% have attempted to lose weight. A separate study on 5th graders showed that the 10-year-olds felt unhappy with their own bodies when they watched a Britney Spears video or a clip from Friends. Another study reveals at 13, 53% of American girls feel disappointed with their own bodies. Said number goes up to 78% once they are 17. The aftermath of disordered body image can be hashed out far more, but to conclude, 8 million people, and possibly more, have an eating disorder in the United States. Such disorders typically start in teens, but can develop at young age as age. The media should take into consideration that there are many different body types and put less emphasis on only particular bodies being seen as attractive.